Faith-based organizations are calling on the government to urgently commence negotiations to develop and implement a fossil fuel non-proliferation treaty. The move, they say, will enable countries to push for just transition for 100% access to renewable energy globally.
Faith leaders and environmentalists drawn from across the globe gathered in Nairobi to deliberate on the importance of phasing out the use of fossil fuel in the continent.
Our government has the responsibility of coming up with policies. We only pray that their policies will be value-based. They'll look at within themselves what drives them, and whatever they bring forth, let it be guided by the values and ethics that we have as a people.
Led by Green Faith Global Organizing Director Wara Marine, the religious leaders criticized the hyped East Africa crude oil pipeline project currently underway, terming it as not only a danger to environment, but also endangering the lives of people, especially those living close to it.
So it's a high time Kenya started talking about what are some of these impacts that we are going to acquire that is going to affect our fishing community and also affect our freshwater lake, and yet we are not having this conversation. We might think that the impacts of ECOP are going to only affect Uganda and Tanzania because these are where the heavy activity is happening.
Now, ECOP is also going to displace up to 100,000 communities across its entire length. And these communities in Uganda, as we speak right now, they are those whom the government has taken to court to forcefully vacate their ancestral lands.
These even as they called on governments to consider transitioning to clean energy and phasing out existing production of fossil fuels in a manner that is fair and equitable.
Most African countries are using Kenya as an example of a country that is heavily renewable energy consumer because of geothermal. Because of that, we have no reason not to assent to or call for the fossil fuel non-proliferation treaty, because we need to move away from fossil fuel because, number one, it is highly pollutant. Number two, it has a lot of health-related complications. Number three, it is expensive in the long run. And number four, it is not sustainable.
Renewables have minimum to no impact on climate and the people. And the renewables has the potential to reach the last mile people.
Opicho Chemtai for Lunchtime News.